Also, if we move over to oil, oil's looking quite interesting right now. It actually hit the level that we were anticipating yesterday, got a breach back up to the 52 zone, hit the 50-day moving average. And again, I've just outlined the levels I'm looking at here. Essentially, oil right now, I'm either looking for a breakout and follow through back into its previous channels, which would be between 52 up to 55 US dollars per barrel. If it can follow through, this snapback over the last week and a half has been impressive. And also what is impressive with oil is the way it has held its trend channels on the weekly chart. Okay, you can see there's parallel channels on the weekly going back to 2016, and it has really held up to those extremely well. Last week created a bullish engulfing candle on the weekly chart. So far this week, it's already followed through. Previous resistance here is now getting tested again around the 52.10 zone. No surprise to see some profit taking there. Overall, oil looks pretty strong at the moment. It produced a big rejection candle yesterday that hasn't broken down. Oil is short-term overbought, but with oil, it can still rally from an overbought condition. It's not really one of those markets that tends to run out of steam on an overbought condition. Once it really gets going, it can have tremendous moves to the upside. So at the moment, continuing to monitor the oil trade here in the oil market to see whether we will have a potential follow through from a potential break above this overhead level of resistance, which at the moment would be essentially a breach above the 52 zone. If we breach above 52, I would expect additional momentum and acceleration to the upside. If we break below yesterday's low and also today's low, then what we could start to see is certainly this inverse hammer on the daily chart could get triggered and we could start to see additional momentum to the downside. So I think oil as well is at a decision point. So if oil does break below yesterday's low and we start to break and close, especially a break and a close below yesterday's low, would lend to this just being a retracement, and then we could potentially see more follow through to the downside. But if it can break and close above yesterday's high here and manage to get back within this previous zone of consolidation, I think things could get quite interesting and we could see higher prices here in the short term for oil.